Hey guys, it's Kirsten. I just told my son I'm gonna start recording now. And he's like, all right, I'll be really quiet. And then I hit record and he's like, hey, where's the... Okay. Oh my gosh. Do I start over? No. Okay, so I need to get the Band-Aid. Hang on, there's one little stick or something in her hair. There we go. Okay, so I had to try to find a picture that had good flyaway hairs. So the hairs on the top of her head are a little bit distracting, but I actually left all of this because that's her. She's got crazy hair. No big deal. So we're going to take a couple different steps. Now, the first one that works, most of the time on the top of her head, we're going to go actually Control J, make a duplicate layer, Command J, Control J, filter, liquify. We're going to get the freeze mask tool, which is the I don't know, fifth from the bottom. And we're gonna freeze her hairline like this. Then we're gonna go to the forward warp tool. And push this down. Then we're going to take the thaw tool and we're going to thaw it out. So that's like a quickie quick in liquify. You need to be careful to make it not look like a football helmet. That's just my 2 cents. Okay, so it looks a little... So actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to try something I haven't done before. But in theory, it seems to me, if I put a layer mask, which is the rectangle with a dot in it, and I do Control or Command I to inverse it, okay, I think this maybe will work. I don't know. I'll be embarrassed if it's not. But, okay, I'm wondering if we can then paint on what we just liquefied, because then you can be a little bit more selective about what you take off. And remember, we only did the top of the head, so we can't go down here. Nothing will happen. Okay, now keep in mind we're totally pixel peeping, being this zoomed in. I feel like that's a little bit more natural than the first method I used. So that's one. Okay, so the good old-fashioned, I call it the Band-Aid tool. It's the spot healing brush tool. I call it the Band-Aid. Make it just... Oh, hang on a second. I'm on the wrong layer. There we go. Making it just big enough to go like that. Now, I only edit out hairs that are kind of like going in the wrong direction. Like this one right here is kind of eye-catching. This one's a little eye-catching. Like that, right? Oh, my cat's crying now. This one right here is for sure kind of big. Jet. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's one more thing we can do over here. So, just so I can show you again, I'm going to hit Control J. Go to Filter, Noise, Dust and Scratches. And we're going to do it in a way where we don't see the hairs. Like that. And then hit OK. Then we're going to do the same thing that we just did with the liquify. We're going to put another layer mask on it. We're going to invert it, so Control I or Command I, which is a black mask, so we get a white brush. Now this only works if you shoot in a shallow depth of field and you don't go close to the hairline. I'll show you what it looks like if you go close to the hairline. This only works if you're just getting the tips like this. That actually looks pretty good, right? Did I mention I love wild stray hairs? I don't fix it often. I'll usually just leave it. Okay, what doesn't work is if you go too close to the hairline, it just turns it into a big mess. That looks stupid. So Control, get rid of that. But if we go down little and just get rid of maybe some of the willy-nilly ones. But I would totally leave this. You're looking at it like a photographer. There's got to be a method to fix it. Honestly, um, leave it. When people take pictures of themselves, they know that hair doesn't look like a football helmet, right? What I would not do would be something like, getting the clone. Do I have to go on the top layer here? Why isn't it? There we go. Cloning for me is the worst because even though it's getting rid of this mess, it looks just unnatural over here. I just don't think it looks good at all. So don't be all being impressed because that looks like, look at it, just looks, that to me just doesn't, that doesn't look right at all. I would rather it look like that because that looks, I mean, she's a beautiful little girl. That's been bothering me the whole video. Um, anyway, that's a couple. Let's turn this back on. Honestly, that's probably how I would deliver it. Take off a little bit of the fuzz off the top and kind of leave these little curls on the side. Anyway, that's a couple things you can try. So hope you enjoyed.